Edinboro football team is currently looking for student assistants to help out with the team. If you are interested, please sign up. There will be a link to a form in the description of this video. Go ahead, put it in. We'll get in contact with you, and you get the chance to help us out, get some real-life experience with us. No prior work experience needed whatsoever. You just get to come work with us, get some real-life work experience in a fast-paced work environment, and it's really fun. Dom's on the team. I'm an assistant with the team currently. We're looking for more of you, so please, if you are interested, click on the link in the description below, and you'll be able to check out the form and get in contact with us.
There may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second annual March Madness special for Tailgate Talks. Oh my God, we were briefly accompanied by Mike. It is now down to me, Bryce back again, and obviously Dom. Oh my God, we just watched a selection show. We had to wait a little bit. You weren't able to make your brackets until 7. I think the selection show ended at like 6:30 or something like that. So we had to wait a little bit, but we all have our brackets together. Mike is in shambles.
Pitt did not make the tournament.
Possibly the biggest snub out of the tournament this year.
Just to remind you, Virginia, who is ranked lower, is playing in a playing game well.
To be a 10 seed, by the way.
To be a 10 seed.
To be a 10 seed.
And Pitt beat Virginia.
And Pitt smoked Virginia.
Yeah.
Also, Pitt denied their invite to the NIT tournament.
My conspiracy theory is they never got invited.
Like what was Virginia's net ranking? 54, and Pitt's was like 40.
Yeah. Indiana State was on the bubble with them as well, ranking at I think at 28.
Yeah.
Not a very. It was those quad one wins. The quad one record really hurt those teams. They got snubbed.
Oh, God. But yeah, so the 68 teams that will be participating in March Madness have been announced. We all have our brackets completed. We were all kind of discussing some of our picks beforehand. I'm chilling in the lawn chair today, loving it. There he is. Mike's
There
back.
he's back.
Do you want to say it again?
No.
UNC is a 1 seed. Pitt, again, for those of you who might have missed it, got snubbed from the tournament.
Big time.
Why? Like, seriously.
Big time got snubbed.
It's kind of like Kenny Pickett. Get him out of there.
We already talked about that. We're not talking about it again.
I was trying to see if I could get you back in the penalty box.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Oh, you'll.
I'll probably get in there too.
Dude, it was
You'll either do it on accident or another reason.
Yeah. We'll see how this progresses.
I'm gonna try to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, we'll see how this show.
Maybe like towards the end, like just so you, because since this is your first time in the studio, because I swear to God, you're probably the most like in terms of guests.
What the heck?
In terms of like guests, you're always like on when we do Zoom shows. So I feel like since you're now rewarded with finally being here, and it's not snowing like crazy outside, I feel like by the end of the night, you at least have to do it once.
What puts me in the penalty box? Like what is grounds for
just F-bomb.
Just
F-bombs?
I have to bleep. Which, by the way, remember the times for stuffing again.
It was right at the beginning.
Okay.
Is right that? Yeah, that's at the beginning.
I don't really have any F-bombs.
But yeah, I do have to bleep out. I have to bleep out, and I'll bleep this. I'll just say it so that I can just have more work and just say it. I have to bleep out and
Also, happy St. Patty's Day, all you beautiful people out there.
Shout out to all my Irish folk out
I'm
there.
the only person that's wearing green, so.
Yeah.
I have a touch of Irish in me. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I believe I have a small amount of Irish in me as well.
Too. I don't know.
We all do. Just a little
right.
bit.
So.
It was a wild bracket release. Let's just
It was wild.
bracket.
It was wild.
was.
It was crazy, but we all have our brackets. We're ready to go.
Needless to say, none of us feel good about the picks that we made
I feel
yet.
Yeah.
okay
I-
for now.
I like the
for
new
now.
one. Honestly, I like my first one a lot more than the second one, but I decided to put my second one into our group just to piss all of you guys off.
We do.
Because if it happens, you guys are gonna hear it from me for the longevity of the show.
Do we want to extend our bet then?
Hold on.
Well, we'll get to that once we do our
Alright,
brackets.
yeah.
So Landon was not able to make it for this year. We'll try again next year and get Landon here. We'll have hopefully, we'll have a video at the end of this episode of him giving out his picks real quick. So, because I don't want to leave him out in that, because he is a part of the March Madness special each year. So.
And for those of you that have joined our community, March Madness bracket thing.
Link in the description.
Link in the description of this video. We are going off of our own private one. That's just the 4 of us for this video. So if we end up having different picks, that's why.
Exactly. And then also, we'll you guys will have to remind, me, because I'll do the reels. When we have updates and changes in the brackets, we'll do reels updating that so that everybody that watches knows that is not in the community challenge.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think
so
I don't know, man.
So everyone's gonna have to update me on that, but yeah. So all right, Bryce, it's your choice. Either since you're the guest, you go first, or since I won last year technically, I'll go first.
You know what? Go ahead.
All right. So how do we want to go through the?
I'd say go regional and then
Just
do.
go. Yeah, we can all just go regional.
Because I think last year we just did the entire round switch.
Yeah, I think we should go regional this year. I think it'll be easier to go each region and then Final 4 in the Natty.
Yeah.
Well, let's let the guy that his team got snubbed go first. That's only fair.
Oh, okay, so I'm doing East full, like 64, 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So.
Oh, Pitt didn't make it.
Hold on. Hey, ready?
I almost said it.
Remember this. Pitt is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, fill in.
Trash.
I've made instructions.
this show.
I've made instructions where you'll be seeing a lot of more than likely. As I'm clearly not stalling, waiting for Richie to go back into the room. You'll see a lot of cuts between the podium,
Yeah,
we're gonna
sure,
be
why
a podium,
not?
and then back to
Yeah.
here.
Ready?
So.
Let's join him. All right. Hey, Mikey. Ready?
Okay, go.
Pitt.
Okay, see ya. I'm gonna blow through this so quick so that there's just nothing. There's nothing. All right, here we go. I kind of want to join now. All right, let's do this. As I'm looking at everybody in the back right now and everything. Oh, nice one. You know what? I'm just gonna stall. I'm just gonna stall and wait until you guys get back in here. How's that sound? Does that sound all right? We can't do that because we're gonna waste time. Let's get into it. All right. So for my East region, starting off with UConn and Stenson. Obviously, UConn is the number 1 seed here. UConn's not losing in the first round. Why would they? Just Stenson, like come on. But then my next one, I have FAU over Northwestern, and I just believe FAU is the better team out of the both. And looking at the notable results, they do a good job locking it down, especially against Texas A&M, Virginia Tech. Unfortunately, unfortunately, they locked it down against the Liberty Flames. I heard that one. So I believe FAU will get it done there. Then I got San Diego State over UAB, Auburn over Yale. I just want to blow by this. And then BYU over Duquesne. Every time I think of BYU, I think of Kean Slovis.
I think it's Zach Wilson.
You know what? Yeah.
Are we going? Which region are you doing right now?
I'm still at East. So where did I leave off? Yeah, BYU. Okay.
Right.
And then this one, I'm feeling ballsy here, gentlemen. Morehead State
No.
No.
over
Illinois.
Over Illinois?
Terrence Shannon.
Screw it. My first upset. Yes. My first upset. Then I got Drake over Washington State.
I have that one.
I actually do too.
You guys are nuts.
Yep. And then looking at this, Yeah, I think Drake can get it done here. I genuinely think Drake can get it done there. And then Iowa State over, what is that, South Dakota State? Yeah, Iowa State's not losing in the first round. Another case, just like UConn. And then speaking of UConn, going back up, I got FAU over UConn.
Another Cinderella.
Another
year.
Yeah, another Cinderella. Hey, I wonder if sometime in my life there's gonna be a Cinderella story involving me.
Doubt
or
it.
Something. Yeah, I doubt it.
I mean, you never know.
I mean, you never know. I mean, hey, guys, that Cinderella story with me, it could be elite.
Could be.
Could be elite. Anyway.
Could be a heartbreak.
Yeah, I
And then he's
can't
just
say it
gonna have
yet.
to- and then
I
he's gonna
can't
have
say
to-
it.
And then one day he's gonna have to come back and finish the story. You know?
I gotta finish the story, go back to the other
Pitt won't
place,
have
and
the
then
opportunity to go on a Cinderella run this year. What a shame.
what? Oh,
He almost did it. He almost did the thing.
what happens? Okay. If you drop an F-bomb, finish where you're at, then go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then coming in at number 15 is the Pitt. Never mind.
Hello, brother.
So I lost my. Okay, yeah. So then I got Auburn over San Diego State after that, and then I do have BYU being Morehead State, and then after that have Iowa State over Drake. I have Iowa State going decently far in this. Then I have Auburn over Iowa State. Ends that one for Iowa State, and then
Auburn with the upset.
yeah, and then I got Auburn going in the Final Four. I almost gave away my my West Final Four, but there you go. So,
And then you woke up?
what do you? Oh. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Oh, we
Alrighty.
just gonna go down the
We
line?
can just go in order. Yeah, that's
do
fine.
it.
That's perfect.
Do you have anything to say?
Oh,
Yeah, I do. Mike Williams is visiting 3 teams: the
interesting.
Panthers, Jets, and Steelers.
It's gonna be really cool for him to work out and sign somewhere and then just not play the entire season because he's hurt.
Yeah,
Most
swear.
likely.
Swear.
Yeah, most likely.
But moving on. My picks for the East, very crazy bracket. Crazy bracket
Okay.
picks.
All right.
And it's just, with a lot of these matchups, you really don't know like the upsets because a lot of these games are going to be like complete flips, complete 50-50. Obviously, first round of 64, starting off with the UConn Stetson game. Obviously, I pick of UConn winning in dominant style in that game. Moving down, I have the Owls of Florida Atlantic University. Love it. Love those guys. Watching Northwestern play a little bit, Big Ten ball this year, I just don't. And FAU's got a lot of momentum after their Cinderella run last year, so I believe in these guys. FAU winning the 8-9 game. Moving down, my first upset, UAB taking down San Diego State.
No shot.
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
No shot.
We have to keep this thing interesting because you know a lot of us are going to have the same picks.
I have a 12-5 upset. I will say that.
A lot of us are going to have the same picks. So you got to keep this thing interesting.
Yeah.
We have to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
UAB taking down San
I'm
Diego
probably gonna be
State.
live. I'm probably gonna be live updating my bracket while I'm doing my picks. Actually,
Honestly-
there'll be.
Yeah.
Honestly, this might not
Up
even be
there.
the same bracket that I keep in there.
Same thing
Yeah.
happened
Yeah,
with me last
it's-
year. I think I changed my champion, and then they ended up winning.
Yeah.
And I ended up losing,
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, UAB taking down San Diego State in the 5-12. Moving on, Auburn and Yale. Yale just coming off a big conference win over Brown to win the Ivy League conference. Either way, still taking Auburn to win this game. BYU, Duquesne in the 6-11 game. As bad as I want to take Duquesne, because they haven't, what did they say, it was been 47 years or something like that since they've made the tournament?
Something like that.
Yeah, as bad as I want to take Duquesne, I don't think I can. Got to take BYU in this one. Moving down to the 3-14. Illinois, Big Ten champ. Love those guys. Not as much as I love the boys in blue, but
Shout out.
shout out the boys in blue. This will have
He's
to
definitely
do.
not talking about Pitt because he didn't make the tournament. Ha 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 ha!
Moving on, Washington State and Drake in the 10-7 game. I have Drake winning this game. Then obviously the last round of 64 game in the East, Iowa State taking down South Dakota State. Moving on to the round of 32, UConn and FAU taking the chalk pick, taking UConn to win this game. I just think they're way too dominant of a basketball team I don't think they're going to lose in this tournament. UAB and Auburn got Auburn taking down the win in this matchup. BYU and Illinois. I think if this game gets there, I think it's going to be one of the most interesting games in the tournament, at least in the round of 32. I think this game's a flip. Knowing the two teams, Illinois is a very strong team, so I think Illinois is going to win this game. Moving down, I have Iowa State taking down Drake in the Sweet 16. Chalk pick, UConn taking down Auburn in the Sweet 16. And then Illinois beating Iowa State in the Sweet 16. And then Elite Eight, I have UConn and Illinois. And I think UConn's going to be, I think they're going to represent the East in this one. And I'm going to stop there. And we're going to wait till we get to the Final Four picks.
I'll go next.
Wait, did you say your Final Four pick for that?
Yeah,
UConn.
UConn's his
UConn.
East pick. I think we all have the same East pick, to be honest with you. Maybe not. We'll find
I
out.
don't.
Except Mike.
Yeah, except you. You probably don't. So, to start it off, UConn, simple. Who even is Stetson? The only Stetson I know is Stetson Bennett. Sorry. Sorry. Next one, Northwestern, FAU. Boo-booey. That's all I got to say. It's over. Northwestern moves on. I do not have the 12-5 upset. I'm sorry. I don't think UAB can beat San Diego State, but there's been crazier things that have happened. So there's a chance that pick probably won't get changed for me. I'm going to stick with San Diego State. Auburn is going to beat Yale. They're just more athletic than Yale. I was stuck between Duquesne and BYU like you guys were, but I still stuck with BYU. Illinois, Terrence Shannon. Sorry if you can't tell, I'm a Big Ten fan, so there might be a little bit of bias in these picks. I'm going to go Illinois with that one. Washington State and Drake. I think you all have Drake over Washington State.
Yeah.
I'll keep it interesting. I'll stick with Washington State then.
Alrighty.
Because I don't think Drake can beat them, but they could. Iowa State. We don't even have to go to that one. Iowa State's moving on. Then I have UConn versus Northwestern. This was quite possibly my 1-9 upset. I don't think that's happened in a long time, but it was running through the back of my head. But UConn's too good. UConn is, if there's a team that's going to go back-to-back, it's got to be UConn. They're too good. San Diego State, Auburn. I think Auburn's run ends here. They had a little magical run in the SEC tournament, but they aren't going any further than the round of 32. This pick will get changed probably, so stay tuned. I can't decide between BYU and Illinois. I'm rolling with Illinois for now because they're hot, but I'm not sure if they can beat BYU. So that'll get picked, so stay tuned.
Honestly, thinking back at it now, I'm not yet changing my pick, but if I end up changing a pick, it's going to be like Illinois at least wins.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're tough.
Yeah.
They brought pretty much all their talent back. It's hard not to pick them, but
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know, because once again, it's March Madness. So
Exactly.
You never know. So that's why
Exactly.
I didn't go with Illinois.
and we saw the madness right around, what time was it, like 6:35 when the bracket ended?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
The madness that ensued in Mikey's brain.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, if I had to pick a game to change, it's probably gonna be Illinois. But again, like Bryce said, stay tuned.
It's got to be. I don't know. We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens. I
like
have
how he's still
Iowa State over Washington State. Iowa State's another one. They're hot. I think they might die off, but I don't know. They're always tough. So I'll roll with them for now. UConn, San Diego State in the Sweet 16. Like I said, I got to roll with UConn. They're a different breed this year. And then I have Illinois, Iowa State. That was a tough one for me, and that was another one that might get picked, hindering on what I decide to do with BYU. But for now, I think I'm going to roll with Illinois into the Elite Eight playing UConn. I think this is where Iowa State's magical season and run ends, and that leaves me with UConn and Illinois. Whoever
Don't
wins
mind me,
reps the East.
Don't mind me, I'm saying this to my dad.
And it's, rather simple. UConn's going to move on and represent the East in the Final Four. So that's what I have. Pretty much picked all the top seeds for the most part, but I don't know. I think the East was pretty weak this year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
more stacked regions.
Yeah.
Definitely. grab the laptop.
The only one using the laptop.
I did not feel like doing this on my phone again
That's fair.
because it was
That's
a
fair.
freaking.
Once you lose
annoyance.
to little bro, it's it. It's it.
What's your record in rapid fire again?
Shut up.
All right.
Hey, you didn't.
East region.
Yeah, you made. Wait, did you make playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
And then I
Wait, yeah,
lost.
you two were in the semifinals. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eastern region. All right. UConn. Again, what's a Stetson besides Bennett? Next game, FAU Northwestern. Go Owls. I don't trust the Big Ten.
Ouch.
Love the Big Ten. Love Big Ten sports. Don't trust them in basketball very much.
Go blue, right?
Shut the hell up.
Absolutely go blue.
Go blue.
I agree with Bryce. I just can't get myself to take UAB over San Diego State this year. Auburn over Yale again. I mean, shout out to Yale, big win to win the Ivy League, but you know, I just think Auburn's better. They're pretty hot right now, from what I understand. Again, want to pick the Duquesne Dukes just because it would be cool, but go Mormons, I guess. Morehead State, never heard of them, taking Illinois in that game. I am also taking the Drake-Washington State game. I'm taking Drake in the upset.
I really like Drake. I really.
And then last game in the round of 64, Iowa State over South Dakota State, obviously. I don't think the Jackrabbits are going to pull that upset off there. Round of 32, I am taking the Owls over UConn. I'm going to take the upset on that one. Go
What?
Owls. Momentum from last year. They're a good team. I'm going to take it.
Okay. Respect it.
Didn't you take that one too?
Which one?
Didn't you take FAU over UConn?
I think I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Never mind.
5-4 game, San Diego State versus Auburn. I am taking San Diego State in that game. Illinois over BYU, and then Iowa State over Drake. Then down to the Sweet 16, I wanted to take FAU over San Diego State, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take San Diego State. I think the FAU run ends a little earlier than last year. And then I am going to take Iowa State over Illinois. I think this is a coin flip, though, quite frankly. I think this game could really go either way.
It could.
And I believe that's it, right? Yeah. Or do I have to?
Who's
no,
representing?
No.
Who's
Yeah. So
representing your Final Four now?
that sets up for San Diego State, Iowa State, in the final round for the Eastern the Eastern region. So I'm going to take Iowa State over San Diego State there. Whoa! Almost closed out of it.
We're back, baby.
Pretty interesting. We all kind of similar, but there really is some. differences
From
this
what
year.
I know, this is going to be a pretty top-heavy bracket overall.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it
Oh
said,
yeah. Yeah. How about this? We can discuss the regions.
We can
Each-
discuss.
after each- yeah,
We
yeah.
can discuss. Yeah.
Real quick though, Alex. Like I'm not even trolling. Like, what are your thoughts on UNC falling in the ACC championship? I'm not
I
even
think it's.
joking.
I know some people are going to think this sounds really dumb, and you should just be literal and say like losing hurts and like losing is never like a good thing. Which I mean, obviously you never want to lose, but honestly, losing in the ACC championship is probably the best thing that could have happened to this team.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Like
One of my reasons, yeah.
They're young overall. They have two big seniors, obviously. They have Davis and Baycott, but those guys are going to be gone. So losing in the ACC championship is going to give them all the fire they need to play well. They've been playing great defense all year, so I think that this is the best thing that could have happened to them. I think they can go into the tournament now loose, knowing exactly what they need to fix from the ACC championship. And like I said, I don't think they've won the ACC actually since 2016. So
Something like that, yeah.
I think that fire will be very beneficial for them in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, especially having a predominantly younger team.
And like
They're
you're still a one seed
Yeah,
in
still
a
one
region
seed.
as well. Like
losing in the conference championship, that's like you said. I think it's gonna be really good for them.
yeah,
It kind of humbles you out a little bit. Kind of
reminds
It
you
re-
that
reminds
you
you
can
that
you're not
that-
invincible.
yeah, it reminds you that every single one of these teams is good.
Yeah.
Anybody's even all these 12, 13, 14, even 15 seeds coming in, they're all pretty damn good basketball teams.
Yeah.
We're seeing teams coming at 28 and 8, 31 and 3.
Yeah, I mean,
every single one of
it
these
seems
teams is good.
It seems like a lot with the play-in games. People are like, oh, there's 68 teams that make it. There are 350 Division I college basketball programs.
Yeah.
Like,
And Pitt was one of them.
Shut up. You're gonna ruin the joke.
I gave you a layup and I didn't even try to on that one. But yeah, so
It's all right. You understand. We're both in pain right now. Actually, all 3 of us are.
68 out of 350 teams.
We've been in pain since like November.
After November 27th. though.
Yeah, when we realized that.
Batters. Oh, who's? Oh, Dom's dead. All right, I'll go to the podium. While we get fixed the FX to kill some time. So
I think you're
one of the things that
Okay, you're good now.
this is not going to be the first time I'm saying this tonight for us at least tonight. Well, yeah, and tonight for when this drops. UNC definitely, and Alex can probably agree, after losing in the ACC championship game, they're going to be pissed off.
Yeah.
They are going to be pissed off, and wink, wink, it is not going to be the only time I mention that tonight. So, all right, so here we go. You guys got any other thoughts on the East?
I just think the East is weak altogether.
I do think the
Yeah,
East is
it's definitely the weakest out of all of them. Like you said, Bryce, there's definitely stronger regions.
Absolutely. I mean, there's
Looking at it,
Iowa State's tough. UConn's tough. Outside of that, I mean, the next toughest team is probably Illinois, but I don't think they're as tough as UConn or Iowa State.
which one would you say is more tough, the West or the South? I would maybe go with the
You know what?
South.
Let me grab mine.
I'd probably go with the South.
Let me grab my
Mic check, good. Mic check, good.
I actually think the Midwest is the toughest one, to be honest with you.
I will say I think FAU is the biggest wild card in the South.
We're talking about the West, or
We're talking about what we think's the hardest region.
hardest
Yeah, the
region?
hardest
Oh,
I'm going with the South.
I do really like the South. I think the South.
Yeah, Houston. I mean, yeah.
South is tough.
Houston,
Even
Duke,
NC
Kentucky.
Even NC State
Marquette.
going in as an 11.
My winner's coming out of the
Even
South.
JMU coming in as a 12. Yeah.
I'm loving
come
NC.
back
I'm
over.
loving NC State right now. After beating Duke in the ACC, I think NC State's very under
dangerous.
the radar team right now.
Yeah.
Especially coming in as 11.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I think they're coming. I think they're gonna come in hot.
As long as Duke doesn't go all the way, because
I don't think they can.
Filipowski, I can't.
Oh, I can't wait to get to my Final Four picks,
I
Mike.
can't. Oh. I don't want to give myself extra work. All right. Here we go. West. With an I'm kidding. UNC's going to win the first. Next, I'm going Mississippi State. I'm not hesitating there. Definitely like them more than Michigan State.
It's a big flip. I think that game's a huge flip.
Me too.
Yeah, it's.
I love that matchup, honestly.
I'm sticking with Mississippi State. Mississippi State. Okay, Mississippi State. Maybe I was hesitant of who I was picking. I was going to say I wasn't, but I guess I am. St. Mary's will beat Grand Canyon.
Online school, baby, yeah. Yeah.
I still can't believe they made it over.
They got a campus somewhere, man.
Oh, for sure.
In the Grand Canyon.
It's in the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Roll Tide, baby.
Don't ever say those words again.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby.
Tide!
Blitz, Bama, blitz.
That's so
Blitz,
offensive.
Bama,
dog.
blitz.
It is.
Hey, Bryce, next year I'm going to need the Razorbacks in here.
I do too.
I love America. And I
Go
love the
Razorbacks,
Tide,
baby.
Yeah, no. That was our thing in for baseball.
Razorbacks.
And then we just go. All right. So yeah, Bama, and then I'm gonna go Clemson over New Mexico. Clemson in the ACC. Obviously, they had losses in the ACC this year. However, I do think. Where do I have them? How long do I have them? Oh, okay. I do think they can at least win their first game. I'm pretty confident in that. I do think they're a better team than New Mexico, but we'll have to see. And then Baylor will be Colgate, easy. And then originally,
Damn, I said that about Ohio State at one point too.
originally I actually had Dayton over Nevada, but I am switching that to Nevada over Dayton.
That's going to come back to bite you.
Honestly, Bryce, most likely.
See how it rolls.
But
I love it, brother.
But yeah, looking at this in the it says oh, okay, I was confused for a second, but But yeah, just looking at it, I do think Nevada is a better team over Dayton. I think they'll lock it down, and then Arizona will crush Long Beach State, and Long Beach State is definitely going to beat Arizona after I said that.
The Long Beach State Panthers.
Let's go.
Is that there?
No.
Oh.
That was another pit joke.
UNC.
He's in shambles right now.
Oh, dude, did Pitt not?
Wait. Did Pitt not make the
Did Pitt
tournament?
not make the tournament?
No, they didn't.
No way! I was literally kidding, and they actually didn't. That's
Wait,
crazy.
didn't
That's
they have
crazy.
like a 40 net ranking or something? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using my.
And Virginia got in,
that? And they beat Virginia.
and they beat Virginia.
So how's that work?
Hey,
But wait a second. Wait a second.
Oh my God.
Alex, I have a question, Alex. I have a
I'm
question.
lost.
Alex, I have a question. Who
Don't
signed?
be
Who
loud.
signed? Who signed our contract first? Was it you or me?
I think it was you.
I'm using my EVP power. Mute their microphones.
Wait, but
That doesn't work for me, brother.
It still doesn't make sense to me because think about it.
Oh, dude.
Michigan beat Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We're already past 20.
But
so
Ohio
I can't. I
State
gotta
beat-
go. I gotta
How
go.
does that work?
All right. UNC is going to beat Mississippi State because, like I said,
Turn it into
UNC
Tailgate.
is pissed off right now after losing in the ACC
Literally
championship.
crying real tears from
Alex,
that.
another question for you. Do you
Yeah.
think maybe the night before Pitt may have, in a way, wore them out? Not actually saying a Pitt joke here, but
No, yeah, actually, like
But, like,
Pitt
actually.
played them really hard. Like the entire game. They were leading at halftime too. I mean, it was only by 2 points, but still, they were leading at half, like 35-33.
oh god, we're already at 30. But I do think though that UNC will definitely rebound here after that, and they'll probably see what they did wrong that made them lose in the ACC championship. And like I said, they're gonna play with. They're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be pissed. But yeah, I'm going with St. Mary's over Alabama. Come on,
Pretty valid.
come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Pretty valid.
It's one of those picks that it's like it's obviously it's a 4 and 5, so it's not like outlandish or whatever. But
Yeah.
definitely like you're still thinking, oh, St. Mary's over, you know. And then next, I do have Baylor over Clemson. I don't think against teams like Baylor, Houston, Purdue, Gonzaga. I don't think Clemson can beat any of those teams, and I think their run will stop there, and they will lose to Baylor. And then I have Arizona over Nevada. That was an easy pick. And then moving on to the Sweet 16, I have Auburn over FAU. Got to scroll down. Dumbass. I got North Carolina over St. Mary's. I don't need to explain that again. Then I got Arizona over Baylor, and then leading to the Elite Eight there, I do think North Carolina will make it to the Final Four, and they will beat Arizona in the Elite Eight because I do think, in my honest opinion, North Carolina is the best team out of the West. So there we go. So far for my Final Four, I got in the Final Four Auburn versus North Carolina. So.
You boys are gonna love this. You boys are gonna love this.
This should be amazing.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I gotta document this.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to give you guys this one. Starting out in the West, my picks. Obviously, the number 1 seed, North Carolina, wins their first game. The 8-9 Mississippi State versus Michigan State. I'm taking Michigan State. I just don't know too much about Mississippi State. I think Michigan State's a pretty good basketball team this year. Coming in at a 9. They're taking down the first game. Number 5 versus number 12, St. Mary's versus Grand Canyon. Give me St. Mary's. Oh yeah, this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite pick. This one right here is my favorite pick. I'm gonna go the College of Charleston, taking down the Tide.
Wow.
College of Charleston taking down the Tide.
Wow.
Maybe a Furman, Virginia type
Okay.
thing. You know what?
All right. All right.
My first really big upset of my bracket. Moving down to the 6-11 game. I want New Mexico State, baby. Taking down Clemson. Believe it. Obviously, next game, Baylor against Colgate. I'm taking Baylor. The Dayton-Nevada game's another big flip. But I decided I'm going to stick with Nevada. And then number two, number 15, Arizona playing Long Beach State. Give me Arizona. Moving on, we got North Carolina taking down Michigan State in the round of 32. St. Mary's beating Charleston in the round of 32.
St. Mary's, let's go.
They got New Mexico and Baylor. Give me Baylor. Then Nevada and Arizona. Give me Arizona. That's pretty chalk. Round of 32. Moving on, I have Sweet 16 out of the West. They have North Carolina taking down number 5 St. Mary's. Then I have Arizona defeating Baylor to move on to the Elite Eight. The Elite Eight matchup for the West: North Carolina versus Arizona. North Carolina take it down. Very young, motivated team. They're taking it down. So far we have UConn and North Carolina in the Final Four.
Okay. There we go.
The College of Charleston, baby.
Shout out.
Shout out, baby. Shout out.
All right.
Also,
we
if you
are
guys
in the
wanna
West,
get your
right?
phones
Yes.
charged,
We
I got
are
it.
in the West.
All right.
Charger over
I'm
there.
good right now.
I'm gonna go.
Turn mine for a little bit.
This is gonna be a pretty quick run through. North Carolina, simple. Michigan State. I think Tom Izzo's nearing his end, and he's got to make another run. And this year could be the team to do it. Although they didn't win a bunch of games, so we'll see. I'm taking the Grand Canyon University over St. Mary's.
The online school.
Yeah, got to do it.
12 over 5.
But I'll roll with it. Why not? And then I'm not as
Tell me
excited
something
about
shot
the
in
College
this.
of Charleston like Dom is, so I'm gonna roll with Alabama. Give me Clemson over New Mexico. Baylor over Colgate, and then here's the bold pick right here.
Okay.
I don't think there's gonna be a 2 over 15, but if there is, it's Arizona losing to Long Beach State.
Oh.
That's.
But you have Arizona.
But you have a
But I have Arizona.
Okay.
Okay.
But if there is a 2-15, don't be surprised if it's Arizona Long Beach State. That's just all.
I can get behind
That's
that.
all I'm gonna say.
I could definitely get behind that.
Long Beach State can score. And then we got North Carolina, Michigan State, battle of the Blue Bloods. Give me North Carolina. Grand Canyon versus Alabama. I think Alabama should win this game, and I have them pick 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is where Alabama's season ends. Clemson, Baylor. I got to roll with Baylor, even though I think Clemson's pretty enticing. Dayton, Zona. I'm going to roll with Arizona because I don't think they're going to lose to a 15 seed, but we've seen crazier things. So, and then I know it's 1-2. We'll go moving on, but you'll see. North Carolina over Bama if they make it that far. Baylor over, or no, sorry, Arizona over Baylor. And then I have North Carolina beating Arizona. Now, don't be surprised if Arizona loses before this because I could see it happening. But for now, I'm going to roll to move on to the Final Four. Representing the West, I have North Carolina. So, not very exciting, but you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights.
It's not very.
Not very many exciting picks here.
There will be as we move down, we will get a little bit more exciting. You just got to give me some time.
Alrighty.
I'm a really big fan of this setup.
Yeah.
I actually like this a lot too. All right, again, basically a shoe-in. North Carolina beating the winner of whoever they play. Mississippi State, Michigan State. I think this one is coin. Honestly, I think it's pretty tight either way. I am going to take Michigan State in this one just because why the heck not? St. Mary's Grand Canyon would love to take the virtual school, but I am going to take St. Mary's. This is not my 12-5 upset. There will be one at some point. I am taking Alabama over Charleston. And then next, Clemson over New Mexico. Again, I think some of these are pretty simple on this side of the bracket. Baylor over Colgate. I am going to take Nevada over Dayton, and I could greatly regret that one. But we'll see how that one turns out.
That's another one of those flips.
Yeah.
Another flip game.
And then I am taking Arizona over Long Beach State. I've never even heard of them, so I'm just going to stick with Arizona. Moving on to the round of 32, North Carolina versus Michigan State. North Carolina keeps riding. They're going to win that one. I am going to take the very, 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 very minor upset of St. Mary's over Alabama. A slightly bigger upset. I am going to take Clemson over Baylor, which I think is a bit of a crazy one, but I don't know enough about Big 12 basketball, so I'm going to take Clemson over Baylor.
Bad. Not bad.
I'm going for the
not
chaos
bad.
factor.
Not bad.
This is one of my
Yeah,
chaos
not bad.
picks. I'm going Clemson over Baylor, and then obviously I'm taking Arizona over Nevada. North Carolina over St. Mary's in the Sweet 16, and Arizona over Clemson. I am not putting Clemson on a Cinderella run. Don't worry. I hate Clemson with everything in me. So.
Yes.
And then North Carolina over Arizona. So like pretty much everyone else, actually just like everyone else, I will be sending North Carolina to the Final Four to represent the Western, or the I keep wanting to say conference region.
Sounds pretty biased if you ask me.
Biased.
Yep.
Really?
Picking North Carolina.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not for me because I'm not a North Carolina fan, but you are.
I am a North Carolina fan.
All right, real quick breakdown of the West.
Dude, I love College of Charleston, baby. I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna take down Alabama.
I get crazy for the South and Midwest, so that's where things start to.
My South and Midwest are very, very up in the air. But
That's probably we're gonna be where I'm changing picks at the podium, honestly, more than likely.
But my two big picks in the West, it's gonna be the College of Charleston and New Mexico.
Okay.
I don't feel too bad about my Clemson Baylor pick, honestly.
No, it's not.
don't feel bad
I
about
don't
that.
mind that either. I really don't mind that either.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what kind of bullish Mike's got cooked up.
Thanks for not saying the whole thing.
You're welcome.
You gotta say bull junk like
junk.
like Shannon Sharp.
All right. Houston over Longwood.
Over what?
Damn.
Longwood. Duh. I have Nebraska over Texas A&M. Looking at this, I feel like looking at just like at the Wisconsin Purdue games for Nebraska, really locked it down at the end against Purdue, they're one, right? Purdue's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Purdue 88-72, and then Wisconsin 88-72. So I for some reason, I am all in with Nebraska. So
Go Huskers.
there's that.
Kaminga, it's got to be. It's like the second coming of Jeremy Lin.
Go little Purdy. Brock Purdy's little brother.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
I do like Wisconsin. So obviously I'm gonna have them defeat
What?
James Madison.
Wisconsin is a brand new basketball team. They're not the same Wisconsin that they were last
Oh no,
year.
yeah, no. But they're gonna beat.
I'm just saying.
They're gonna beat.
They lost to Michigan, and Michigan's down.
No, I know. But I do think they'll beat
you what?
James Madison.
You know?
And then
Is that what you said? You know?
there's a reason why I picked Wisconsin. So bear with me.
All right.
Unfortunately, I do have Duke winning one game in this tournament over Vermont. Even though I love my favorite, what'd you say?
Nothing.
Just keep rolling.
Just keep doing your thing.
Was it about Pitt?
No.
Maybe.
But it could be.
It could be.
It is.
Isn't it?
Somewhat.
Even though my favorite pastime is watching Filipowski cry, everybody loves to see that.
Amazing.
A thing of beauty. But I do have Duke over Vermont. Then I got Texas Tech over NC State. I'm gonna be real honest. I got a bold take. I think NC State winning the ACC was a fluke. I think it was a fluke. So I do think they are going to lose to Texas Tech in the first round. And then I got Kentucky over Oakland. And then Florida's going to beat whoever they're playing. And then
Oakland, isn't that where Pitt plays?
Shut up! And then I got Marquette over Western Kentucky. We need a counter of how many times Pitt's mentioned.
Well, I think we're already at like 8 or 9.
Dude, I swear to God. But
they didn't make it.
All right,
so
next.
it's not as many.
remember when I said I really like Nebraska? I have them beating Houston in the round of 32.
Huskers. That's crazy.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
Now here is.
No!
Yep.
No!
Yes.
He's going to go to the box here in a second. I can feel it coming.
It's coming.
I can feel a box
It's
coming right
You know
now.
what? You know what? No. No, go back. Go back. Go ahead.
No way. No way. I'll go
Does
last.
that warn him 4 minutes now?
Yes.
Sorry, Dom. I won't be joining you this time.
I might just stay here because
Make it 6.
I swear
Dom,
to
you have
God,
to give your
if
picks
you-
next.
Well,
I'll
yeah,
go
you get your
next.
picks next.
I'll go next. We have to go out of order.
All right. Good Lord. So remember what I said about Wisconsin? I would love to see Wisconsin beat Duke so Filipowski cries about it. I want it. I need it.
But you can't get it, so.
I'm getting it.
No,
I'm getting it.
No.
Then I got Kentucky over Texas Tech, and then Marquette over Florida, and then head into the Sweet 16. I got Nebraska over Wisconsin. This is where my run for Wisconsin ends, and then I got Marquette over Kentucky, and then for my Elite Eight between Nebraska and Marquette, my run from Nebraska ends here, as I do think Marquette will make it to the Final Four for the South. So yes, I got Marquette in the South for the Final Four. So
Can we cue the Jeopardy music while we wait for Dom?
you know what? You know what? Here, I'm gonna. We're gonna give Dom a friend.
Well, that's real
Jesus.
great. What are you thinking now? I guess I gotta go.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I guess.
I guess we could probably just run it while they're off. You want to just finish?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the South. Houston, give me him. Nebraska, Tominga, he's the guy. Give me Nebraska. JMU is going to beat Wisconsin because Wisconsin has, I don't know. These guys are kind of, the guys in the box are a little high on them, but no, not me. So, give me JMU. Duke, Blue Devils are going to beat Vermont to move on. Yeah, Mike. Sorry, buddy. He says NC State winning was a fluke. I mean, they were kind of mediocre throughout the season, but you still got to beat all the good teams to win the ACC. So I'm going to go with NC State over Texas Tech, Kentucky over Oakland. I'll hold my pit joke for after. Give me Florida, and then Marquette. And then I really want to take Nebraska. It just ain't going to happen. I really do. I really want to. I have on my little notebook back there, it says Nebraska makes a deep run, ? I don't think they do. They drew a tough seed to beat. So I'm going to roll with Houston. And then I have the Duke Blue Devils beating JMU because I don't think they'll win it, but I think they're going to. I don't think they'll win it all, but I think they will move on. And then here's a little crazy one for you. I've got NC State over Kentucky, 11-3. I don't know. I feel it in my bones. And then I've got Marquette over Florida because I'm very high on Marquette this year. And then I got Houston over Duke. That one's for Mikey, so he doesn't never invite me back onto the show. And then NC State's run ends here, and they lose to Marquette because Marquette's good this year. So then in the Elite Eight, I got Houston and Marquette. What a surprise, 1v2. I don't know how this worked out. It's just the way I see it. I am going to take Shaka, representing the South in the Final Four, over Houston. I do think Houston can win it all, but I think, unfortunately, they got paired with Shaka Smart. So they're going to lose to him this year. And that's all I got for the South. Wasn't as crazy as I'd imagine.
No.
But my Midwest, I'm telling you, man, it gets wild.
Alrighty, let's do this. Houston, gimme 'em. Nebraska over the Aggies. Yeah, give me the Cornhuskers. I'm also taking, this is my 12-5 upset. I'm also taking JMU over Wisconsin. Want Duke to lose really bad, but they're not going to. They're going to beat Vermont. I was originally going to roll with the 6 here, but I do think that NC State is hot right now, and they just won the ACC. So I'm actually going to also take the 11 over the 6 over here, NC State beating Texas Tech. Kentucky beats Oakland. Yeah, I was going to pick the winner of Boise State and Colorado over Florida for chaos, but nah, give me the Gators. And then running with the crowd, I do think Marquette's really good this year. Give me Marquette in that game as well. Round of 32, Houston, Nebraska. Be really cool to see this upset happen, but it's not going to. Give me Houston. Another one that would be really cool for it to be an upset. James Madison to go on a little bit of a Cinderella run would be awesome, but again, it's just not going to happen. Give me Duke over James Madison. I think Bryce said that NC State would beat Kentucky here. I am going to take the higher seed Kentucky. I think NC State makes a good push. I think this is probably a closer game than people would anticipate it to be, but I do think Kentucky comes out on top. And then Marquette over Florida because Marquette's really good this year. All right, that goes down to the Sweet 16. I'm taking Houston over Duke. This could be a win for Duke. I think this would be this is going to be a marquee matchup if it lines up this way. But I do think Houston's going to win. I think they get the job done here. And then Kentucky Marquette. I'm going to make Bryce a little bit upset, but I'm going to go with the Wildcats here. I think they're finally going to give their fans something to be excited for again.
It's very simple. He's a Shaka hater.
I'm not a Shaka hater. I think Kentucky beats Marquette and gets their fans' hopes up to do exactly what they always do, and that is lose to Houston. So Houston will be my pick to send to the Final Four out of the South region.
There we go. There we go.
Sorry, Wildcats fans.
And making his return to the March Madness special, Kaiser.
He had to go jump in the pond real quick to calm down.
I like how I zoomed in on his face. He's back. All right, let's go.
I'm good. South, right?
Yep.
South,
Yeah.
All right. Just roll through it quick since I was off the screen for a little while. We got to catch up on time here. So, number 1, Houston wins their first game in the 8-9 game, Nebraska versus Texas A&M. I have Nebraska taking down Texas A&M. 5-12. Bryce, I hate to do it, but Wisconsin takes down James Madison. The 13 versus the 4, Duke. We're taking Duke over Vermont, obviously. Disagreeing with Mike on his take about a few minutes ago, I don't think NC State winning the ACC was a fluke, so give me NC State over Texas Tech. Moving down, Kentucky versus Oakland. Give me Kentucky over Oakland. The 7-10, Florida versus Boise State or Colorado. Give me Florida in that game. Number two Marquette takes down number 15, Western Kentucky. Moving on to the round of 32. Back to the top. Houston versus Nebraska. I have Houston taking down this game. Okay. Good basketball team they got down there. Moving on. The 4 versus the 5 in the round of 32. Duke versus Wisconsin. Give me the Duke Blue Devils taking down Wisconsin to advance to the Sweet 16. 11 versus the 3. NC State versus Kentucky. Give me NC State taking down the Wildcats. Then I got Florida versus Marquette. I want number 7, Florida, taking down Marquette.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
I have to keep this thing interesting. I just have to.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting when I win because Marquette.
Going from least interesting. Actually, I don't know which one's more interesting in this one because, like we were saying earlier, my South is a little spicy. Number 1 versus number 4. Houston versus Duke. I want the Duke Blue Devils to move on to the Elite 8.
All right, go ahead and say it.
Yes, sir.
Say it.
Yes, sir. Then,
Mikey, is there
Another
a
big
specific
one.
word you want to say right now?
No, because I'm next.
we got NC State versus Florida. I want NC State. Moving on.
I'm
To the Elite 8.
dummy with it right now.
Then, it's NC State and Duke in the Elite 8. I want the Duke Blue Devils. I want the Duke Blue Devils to move in to the Final Four. And that, ladies and gentlemen, those are my picks in the South. Just wait till we get to the Midwest.
Hold on, do we have to get to the Midwest?
Go to the Midwest. This is-
Now,
Oh shit!
Yeah, I got you.
that's what you get for picking those disgusting blue. I'm flustered. Duke Blue Devils.
No, listen. It's a mix of him picking the Duke Blue Devils and me picking the Wisconsin Badgers.
I'm not even done yet.
Me either.
Good look. I do think, though, the South is the strongest region out of all.
I don't know. I think Midwest is tough. Everybody's.
I just think Duke's the best team in the South. NC State coming in at a very close second.
Let's get into the Midwest because I'm excited.
Let's get into the Midwest.
Get
Let's
to the
go.
Midwest. All right.
I'm very excited about my Midwest.
Here we go. Dom, don't drop an F-bomb.
Oh boy.
All right. Purdue, of course. W. I like Utah State. I really
Another
like
big
Utah
flip.
State.
Big flip.
Big flip.
Yeah, big flip.
Um,
I don't know.
I think they're going to get it done against TCU. I really do. I do have Gonzaga moving on against McNeese. It's going to be important. Gonzaga is going to be an interesting thing here in a few minutes. For my number one Cinderella team, I'm going Samford over Kansas.
Look at Hayley.
Wow.
Yep.
Was that a 13?
I was
over?
saying during the selection show when they got to this region, that is I don't like Kansas that much this year.
I don't either.
I just feel like in games where they should have been really heavy favorites, they just struggled. Games that should have been big wins, they struggled. Lost a couple close games to some subpar teams and.
Hunter Dickinson left to chase a
Hunter-
championship, and he might not even make the Sweet 16.
Should have stuck around in Michigan.
For anybody,
Could have got us to the tournament.
for anybody that pays attention to
But now we're at home with Pitt,
women's
watching the tournament.
For anybody that pays attention to women's college basketball, the number one seeds, real quick, are South Carolina, Iowa, USC, and Texas.
Baker Mayfield commercials. At home with the Pitt Panthers.
Okay, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't even get mad at that. That's pretty
You
good.
ever seen the At Home with Baker Mayfield commercials?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nah, that's
At
pretty
home with
good.
the Pitt
I love
Panthers.
that. I love that. I actually love that.
You know what's funny?
Pitt.
Well, he's an Ohio State fan, but not for basketball. If he was, none of us would have our teams in. Not one.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, not that. None of us.
This is
none of our
absolutely
teams
true.
are
Yeah.
in.
Alex, you want to switch to Ohio State?
No. No, I don't. No. No.
Oh, just a reminder, I'm a horrible basketball player. So like, you can't take me seriously. I'm a horrible basketball player.
Moving on.
Go on, Mike.
Moving on, I got South Carolina over Oregon. Anybody that calls it Oregon can up yours.
Ohio State women's is the number 2 seed in whatever region they're in.
I don't even want to know what you two are talking about.
He said, I'll tell you after.
Real quick, I got Creighton over Akron. Hook 'em, baby. Hook 'em, because screw
Yeah.
Virginia.
Hey, is this what you're saying? You're saying hook 'em? Yeah, guess what?
No.
Hook 'em. Hook 'em. But I also like to do this.
Horns down.
But I got Texas moving on,
They're
and then I got
losing-
Tennessee
they're
over
losing.
St. Peter's. Moving on
they're
to the round of 32.
Virginia couldn't beat.
Remember when I said I like Utah State?
Yeah.
They're beating Purdue. They're
You're.
beating Purdue. They're beating Purdue. By the way, literally.
Dom, we're so back.
We're so back.
We're
W.
so
Let's
back.
go.
W.
Pens won. All right. So
Alert, we have a penguin.
I do have Utah State over Purdue. Dom,
That's actually
just so you know, when we did this last year, this was the entire time. Anytime I made a pick, they'd go, tough. But guess who won last year? So yeah. Then I got Stanford over Gonzaga. Like I said, Cinderella. Then I got South Carolina over Creighton, and then hook 'em, Texas over Tennessee. That's right. That's
wild.
right.
Absolutely wild.
Texas is going to beat Tennessee.
That is so dumb.
Then,
So dumb.
Sweet 16, I got my
Bryce talking about
Cinderella
this, he's
team
Clicking through the bracket.
losing in the Sweet 16. I do have Utah State beating Samford. And then, once again, hook 'em, I got Texas over South Carolina. Bryce hates me right now.
Somebody get this
All right.
guy off the podium.
And then in my Elite Eight, which is Utah State and Texas, hook 'em, baby! Texas to the Final Four. My Final Four is Marquette and Texas. So there we go. I almost gave away my championship game. Let's go.
All right, go ahead and
Go.
redeem him because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I clearly knew what I was talking about last year when I won.
Alrighty.
Oh.
You know what
And
time
clearly,
it
I
is.
don't know what I'm talking about because Pitt didn't make the tournament.
You know what time it is.
Is it time to go home? Like,
Not quite.
Like Pitt did?
Yeah, you're always saying the F word.
Go Panthers.
Let's go. Hail to Pitt, baby.
Midwest, obviously number 1 Purdue wins their first game. I also like Utah State a lot in this tournament. I like TCU too, but I think Utah State's the much better team. Going back to their win against Houston just recently, pretty recently, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Within like the last month.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
it was like
3 weeks ago?
I
or
think.
something? Okay. Bottom line, pretty good win against Houston for Utah State. Moving down, Gonzaga taking down McNeese.
Oh, it wasn't even 3 weeks ago. It was like a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Literally 2 days ago.
Oh. As much as
No,
I
it
wanted.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. I'm looking at the wrong team. My bad.
Yeah, you're good. As much as I wanted to do it, I can't not pick Kansas. As much as if a 13 seed's gonna win in the first round, I think it would be this game, this one or the Charleston game, or yeah, this one or the Charleston game. But I think Kansas is just way too strong for this matchup. Moving down, I have South Carolina versus Oregon. Give me South Carolina winning this game. Then Creighton versus Akron. I love Akron, but have to give this one to Creighton. Moving down, number 7, Texas versus the University of Virginia, who's in the tournament over Pitt. Give me Texas winning this game. And then the 2:15, Tennessee versus St. Peter's. I want to take St. Peter's so bad.
Do it.
But there's no.
Do it.
But dude,
For the culture.
there's no Doug
Do
Edert.
it for the culture.
There's no Doug Edert anymore.
Oh, man.
So I got to go Tennessee in this one.
I'm going to laugh if it happens.
But if it happens, we can go right back to this clip. Then you guys can post on YouTube everything and let everyone know that I'm
Turn you
doing
into a
it.
meme?
Yeah, pretty much. Moving on to the Midwest, number 1 Purdue versus number 8 Utah State. Give me number 8 Utah State taking down Purdue in this matchup. Mike, how do you feel about that?
I'm trying to read what Joe's saying.
1 hour.
1 hour.
All right, an hour.
Okay, jeez.
Yeah, give me Utah State in this matchup against Purdue. That number 5 versus number 4 Gonzaga versus Kansas. I want Gonzaga in this matchup. If Kansas wins their first game, Gonzaga's going to be the team to take them down.
3, I think.
Then moving down to the number 6 versus number 3, Creighton versus South Carolina. I want number 3 Creighton winning this game. Then Texas versus Tennessee. Tennessee, go Volunteers, man. Moving on to the Sweet 16, Utah State versus Gonzaga. Give me number 5 Gonzaga moving into the Elite 8. Number 2 versus number 3, Creighton versus Tennessee. I want Creighton in this matchup. I'm very biased towards the Big East. I love Big East basketball. I think it's really strong. I don't know how Pitt would do in the Big East though.
Probably last.
Probably dead last.
They definitely wouldn't make the tournament.
Wait, did they make the tournament?
No!
Moving on to the Elite 8, Gonzaga versus Creighton. Give me number 3 Creighton moving into the Final Four. So then that's my Final Four. I got UConn versus North Carolina and Duke versus Creighton.
All right, you guys are going to have to let me cook on this one. This is going to be crazy.
Let him cook.
Assume the position
I'm more
of cooking.
I'm more angry at the Liberty Flames being snubbed.
Yeah,
Then the Pitt Panthers.
Then the
missing
Pitt
the
Panthers.
tournament.
Pitt Panthers.
I think I'd rather hear about the Flames than the Panthers.
at home
Same,
with the Pitt Panthers.
Same.
All right.
At home with the Pitt Panthers.
You guys better get prepared because this is about to get freaking wild.
Oh God.
Can't wait.
All right.
I might just go penalty box now.
And Purdue.
You wait. Yeah, you still gotta say it. It's 4.
Purdue is
It's
going to win.
4.
Okay? TCU is going to win. Sorry, boys. This is where it gets interesting, okay? Listen, you can make me a meme. You can call me stupid. I don't care. I do not care. You do not have a block M in your logo and not win your first matchup. Give me McNeese over Gonzaga. And then Kansas is going to beat Samford. Shout out to Kansas. Or, sorry, never mind. No shout out to Kansas. Not a big Kansas fan. And then I have Oregon.
Shut up.
Oh, you did that for me.
over South Carolina. And then I got Creighton over Akron, Texas. Actually, hold on, sorry. Hook 'em, as Mikey would say. And then I got Tennessee over St. Peter's. Okay, Purdue, TCU. Let's roll the dice real quick. Yeah, give me Purdue. McNeese versus Kansas. Give me freaking McNeese. They're doing it.
I respect that.
They
I
are
respect
doing
that.
it.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's happening. They're doing it. Remember this. Whatever timestamp this is, you go ahead and turn me into a meme. I do not care. McNeese, I am higher than anybody on McNeese. And if anybody's higher than me, you can email me, call me, or text me, and we'll have a conversation about it. Because McNeese is winning.
This is the one.
And then it gets boring again. I think Creighton is going to beat Oregon. Kinda. Maybe not. Might change it. Nah, let's roll with it. And then 7-2, Texas, Tennessee. I mean, come on. We all want to do it. Let's all do it at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Horns down. Down.
No.
They're done. Tennessee beats them. Dalton Connect, telling you, he's it. Okay, and this is where it gets really fun. Really, really fun. Purdue plays McNeese. I mean, unfortunately, Purdue, they have that big guy, Zach Edey. McNeese really doesn't have much. I think this is about the time where Purdue's run ends and McNeese moves on. It's time.
Jesus.
Put some respect on McNeese's name. They're moving on.
Hey. When I went off the stage, I said OF on accident, so I didn't even mean to do it.
I think I'm good.
I was just going on about how McNeese is going to, win the tournament, and you just interrupted me. I was in a flow.
Can't lie. Man, my word.
Creighton, Tennessee. Give me Creighton over Tennessee. Yes, sir. And you guys want me to do it. Everybody wants me to do it. Why would I not take McNeese if I've taken him this far to make it to the Final Four? Well, it's not happening. Give me Creighton to move on. And then, representing each division in my Final Four, I have UConn facing UNC. I have Marquette facing Creighton. And that's how it goes. But remember this. McNeese will break your bracket if you do not move them on. Remember this. I'm telling you. Nobody's as high on McNeese as I am. They are good. They are good. All right.
Here we go.
I don't know if you can top that.
Here we go.
Everybody did it with me? Horns down. No. Can we roll that back and show that?
No, so wait, so we're doing a scoreboard. You have to at least be at 4.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
He's probably got some crazy thing that I'm going to lose my mind on, don't you?
My mic's muted, so.
All right, Midwest, last region. Shut up. Purdue over whatever team.
They play.
Yeah.
It's going to be Grambling State.
It's going to be Grambling State, probably.
Love Grambling State.
Utah State, TCU. I don't know enough about either of these teams. I'll take TCU, because why not? Sorry, Bryce, I'm taking Gonzaga over McNeese.
You. No way. No way. Not a chance. You are insane for that.
Me and all my homies.
Wild for that. Oh my gosh.
Me and all my homies.
Taking Gonzaga over McNeese. Would love to take an upset here. Samford over Kansas. Not going to. I'll take Kansas in this round. Oregon, South Carolina. I am going to take South Carolina in this game. I believe. I don't know who else. I know Bryce took Oregon over South Carolina, but I don't know if anyone else did. But I am going to take South Carolina.
I have that in another bracket.
Creighton over Akron. Texas over Virginia, Colorado State, whichever one. Bryce, I know you're in the penalty box, but should I take St. Pete's over Tennessee for the culture?
Am I allowed to comment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have anything riding on this. I'm gonna say St. Pete's does it back-to-back years. I'm taking them over Tennessee. Why not?
Disrespect.
I'm gonna do it. Literally just because I can, and because it pisses you off. I really don't care if I win this. I really don't care if I win.
I
this or
wonder
not.
who
I'm
that
taking
could
them.
have been.
Me and Bryce have talked about this multiple times. It's hard for me to not have Purdue going far this year, so I'm going to take Purdue over TCU. Gonzaga, Kansas. I don't have very much faith in Kansas at all. I'm taking Gonzaga in that game.
Oh, what you mean is you're going to be taking McNeese.
Yeah, sure.
I don't even
Yeah.
do my own dishes.
South Carolina, Creighton. I am taking Creighton. I think they're pretty solid this year. Sorry, St. Pete's, but it was cool upsetting one team. You're not going to do it again. Texas over St. Pete's. Next round, I am taking Purdue over Gonzaga. They are making a deep run this year. And then Creighton over Texas. Would love to take the Longhorns to go further to the Elite Eight, but they're not going to. And then Purdue Creighton. I am taking the upset. I'm taking Creighton over Purdue in this game. So, yeah, I'm gonna send Creighton to the Final Four.
Love that. I love that.
Has it been 2 minutes for Bryce? I don't even know.
I think so.
Sure. Sure.
Are we all just gonna? How
Do we have any?
Let's talk
Our Final Four. Let's talk about it real quick.
Let's talk about it right
Let's
here.
talk about it.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let me grab mine.
First off, y'all are crazy for sleeping on McNeese. Now that I've calmed myself down, I can say that and not lose my cool. Second off,
You're a man of faith, and there's a drive to left by Castellanos. That one's gone.
I'm telling you, Dom, you can agree with me. You don't have a block M like that in your name and not go far. Come on now. Come on.
I will
fair.
probably take that. I'll probably take that upset in a couple of the brackets I'll make.
I'm taking it.
Fair.
I'm telling you. All in all, I feel like it's pretty. Like other than that little pick I had, it's kind of boring.
I was gonna say we all have pretty top-heavy Final Fours. I think mine's 1-2, 1-3.
Mine's 1-4, 2-7.
I am 1-1, 2-3.
1-1-4-3.
Yeah, they're all pretty top-heavy.
I'm
I'm gonna let you guys talk about your national championships first. I want to go last.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh man. All right. East versus West. Auburn versus North Carolina. I am sticking with. Now wait. Do we want to do our Final Four picks? Switch.
Do your Final Four picks, and then we can just talk national champions.
Okay. I'm going to stick with my take with UNC being very pissed off, and I believe they are a better team than Auburn, and I believe they will outplay Auburn in this game. And I got North Carolina going in the Natty. I really do. And I'll say this on the record. As I'm saying my catchphrase, looking at Joe. I think, Alex, leading up to the season, I did underestimate North Carolina. I'll say it right now. I really did. So they've proven me wrong, and
I think Pitt was underestimated too.
I'm on the North Carolina train. I thought Pitt was going to be
They went
kind
from
of like North Carolina, but
they went from not a chance making it in to almost making it in to not making it in.
But yeah, give me North Carolina over Auburn. Then my next one, Marquette in Texas.
That's a crazy Final Four matchup.
Don't even invite me back next year. Don't even have me on next year. This is ridiculous. You don't know anything. Texas is gonna lose.
Huck 'em.
You're nuts.
Huck 'em.
Shut up.
Texas.
Shut up.
In the final.
Shut up.
Let's go.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna. Oh. Do we have duct tape? Because I'm gonna say some things right now.
We might.
Oh, bite your tongue. Bite your tongue.
You know what? I'm gonna go next. I don't want to go last.
You want to say it? Because you can go last and say it. No? Okay. All right.
You're nuts. That's all I gotta say. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. The only dumber thing.
We'll switch.
Sorry, Dom. Go
ahead.
I'm gonna go with my first one.
Wait, do you want me to go last? Go so you can go last like you wanted to?
Nah, we're good. No, we good. I'm gonna keep it interesting.
All right.
Starting with my 1-1 matchup, UConn and North Carolina. Really tough matchup.
It really is.
Really tough matchup. I still don't really know which one of these teams is the better team, but at the end I took UNC to move on to beat UConn in the Final Four to move on to the national championship. Now we're really gonna get spicy.
Oh God.
I showed Bryce my bracket
I like it.
30 minutes ago.
I love it.
I love it too.
I know exactly.
The Duke Blue Devils are going to the national championship.
Go yourself.
The Duke Blue Devils are going to the national championship to take on rival UNC. It's in the script.
It is.
It's in the script. This could be the best tournament ever.
Y'all are a bunch of.
It could be the best tournament ever.
Just throwing out all the censor words now, aren't you?
I already have
Duke
a bunch
UNC.
of work anyway, so go ahead.
Duke UNC in the national championship.
I can respect it.
Duke
dude.
Unk, let's
I
go.
can respect it. Hey, are you sure you don't want to move Pitt to the national championship?
Shut up.
I had them eliminated a long time
I have them
ago.
in my NIT national. Oh wait, they rejected that invite. Sorry.
I don't think the invite ever came in.
Me either. They're still waiting for it.
We have one of the Oaklands though. We have at least one of them, so that's good enough, right?
Is it done with it then?
Yes.
You gotta tell them that you can dunk it on.
I don't really know what he's.
I'm
what he's a
gonna
fan of,
take
to
this
be
moment real
honest. I
quick
have
to
no
sincerely
idea.
apologize to you guys for my little freak out I had on Alex. I apologize.
And I apologize.
We'll make that.
I just have
But
We
to
can
Mike,
make that a reel. We can make
I
it into
also
a
would
reel.
like to extend this chance to apologize for absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. I have UConn, UNC in my Final Four. Alex, I'm sorry, buddy. I like North Carolina this year. I really do. But like I said earlier, UConn is they're just a different breed.
No, they are.
And they ran it back with pretty much everybody that they had last year.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't, it's their tournament to lose. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It is their tournament to
You're
lose.
not wrong.
So I have UConn moving into my Final Four. And then I have Marquette versus Creighton. Now, do I think Creighton can go to the Final Four? I talked it up to they can make it there, so I feel like I have to run with it. But it doesn't matter who Shaka Smart plays. He could play the Fab Five, and Shaka Smart is going to take Marquette to the national championship. Marquette is going to the national championship this year. And it's going to happen, and you can cry about it. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that Marquette's winning it. Not winning at all. Sorry, I almost let it slip. Marquette's going to the national championship. And Pitt just didn't even make the tournament. So I mean, you can't. There's not much else to talk about. So let me go back. So I've got UConn, Marquette, national championship. Ugh.
Alex, this has to be the best bombs in an episode.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a special.
All right. So I said my Final Four was 1-2, 1-3. So that means the first game we have North Carolina and Iowa State in this game. Iowa State is on a really good run this year, and I think it's really awesome, especially coming back off of getting dunked on by what team in the tournament last year? I don't think they're in it this year.
Wait, what is their name? What's their name?
You got it now. You got it now. You got it now. Bro.
Yeah, baby, go Panthers! Up top.
But I do think UNC,
Horns down.
powered by all of their young talent, I do think UNC beats Iowa State to go to the national championship. And then other side, 1-3, Houston, Creighton. Bryce, I want to do it so bad. I really want to. I want to take Creighton in this game really, 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 really
can't.
bad. But I can't.
They're about as
Houston-
fraudulent as the Pitt Panthers.
Houston is really good this year. They were really solid last year. They were really. Houston was so solid last year, and they're on an absolute tear this season. I mean, I don't think any of us are really that high on Kansas in the first place, but I mean, they actually systematically obliterated Kansas when they played them. So, as much as I want to pick Creighton for the upset in this game, I am taking Houston to make my national championship. North Carolina versus Houston.
Solid.
Oh, I mean, Houston is legit, like you said. I can't. I don't know. Something about Houston, they don't translate well in the tournament.
Yeah.
Do we want to go straight into our?
Do we want to just go from here, our national champion?
Yeah, I'd say we just go from here for the Natty. Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is where it ends.
Yeah, it better frickin' end here.
Because yes, I have North Carolina beating Texas in the national championship.
That would be such a weird game.
I've been saying it. I've been saying it all night. UNC's pissed, and they're hungry. They are hungry, and I believe they are good enough to win it all. And yeah, give me UNC winning it all this year.
All right.
Can I go up to the podium?
It's up to you.
Is that
Go
cool?
ahead.
Is that cool if I
If you
go up
want
to
to.
the podium?
You're
Word.
you can make decisions for your own. You're a
Word.
co-host.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I don't got much to say.
This is gonna be crazy, man.
Oh, now you two are gonna go to the podium just so that I made my picks.
I'm Tar Heel born, I'm Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'm Tar Heel dead. So it's rah, 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 Carolina, rah, 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 Carolina. I'm Tar Heel born, I'm Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'm Tar Heel dead. Rah, 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 Carolina, rah, 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 Carolina. Give me the Duke Blue Devils! To win the national championship, baby!
That's disrespectful to him and him.
I love it! Oh.
I can't even be mad at the pick with that amount of conviction. That's so
Oh, man.
get an instant replay on that shit. That was amazing.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, so Duke Blue Devils winning it all.
Oh, the Duke Blue Devils.
he
won
lost
the
his
national
voice.
championship.
He lost his voice on it. He lost his voice
I
on
spit all
it.
over the place.
All right. Oh boy.
Wow.
How do I want to chalk this up? You got the Yukon Huskies versus the Marquette Golden Eagles. I mean, come on. It's just natural.
She's waiting for this.
It's just natural. Yukon Marquette, huh? How do I want to do this? I wish I had headgear right now like Lee.
Like Lee.
I really do.
Give me UConn.
I really like UConn a lot. I really do. Like I said numerous times on here, that they should win it all. It's their tournament to lose. So with that being said, I'm going to take the Marquette Golden Eagles to win it all. That's all I have to say. Marquette Golden Eagles
Where'd Mike go?
win it all. It's Shaka's year. It is Shaka's year.
It's your fault. It's your fault. All right.
Alex,
We gotta
wrap it up.
We gotta
We gotta
reel
wrap
it
it up.
back in.
We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, can I use my EVP card to come back early?
Yeah.
You gotta be here for this.
Okay. So, national championship, North Carolina, Houston. First of all, if North Carolina actually makes it to the nappy. I can't. My brain is mush. If North Carolina actually makes it to the natty, this will be amazing. We went in one season from having everyone that we needed to make a run and not even playing in the NIT.
Well, you declined the invite.
Declining the NIT
Wait,
invitation.
Who does that sound like?
Yeah, you guys did that last year. Wait, does
So-
that mean no?
We went from being we went from being loaded with talent and declining an NIT invitation to having 2 recognizable names on the roster
Armando Baycott.
and being this good.
Armando Baycott.
So if these guys actually make it back to the national championship, it'll be absolutely incredible for the guys that are going to be there afterwards. Cormac Ryan's also a big name that's not going to be there next year. He's been huge. He was huge in the ACC tournament. I think he'll be big in the NCAA tournament as well.
Pitt actually won a game in the ACC tournament.
And then obviously on the other side,
Not in the tournament though.
Houston could be really good. Like Bryce said, they haven't really translated well to the tournament in the past. So this will be a huge run for them to make it to the national championship. Both teams, this will be huge for them. And with that being said, I think that for a relatively new head coach in Hubert Davis, and for all the young guys on the roster, I do think that they're going to have to experience some heartbreak to get where they want to be. I'm taking the Houston Cougars in the national championship.
Okay.
107 combined points, barn burner,
Okay.
57-50 kind of game. Or 54 or 55-52 kind of game, something like that. So
Okay.
I just for my
Pain.
tiebreaker, I'm always wrong with the tiebreaker.
Max
Just
pain.
put 75-67. I don't know. I'm always wrong in there. I don't care.
I need to buy this.
let me see it.
Anyway, I gotta do the promotional stuff because I'm always in charge of doing that.
I do want to apologize for having to make you edit all this because you're in for a long night.
I kind of figured I was already screwed, so that's why I dropped 3 F-bombs.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I was going to end the show in the penalty box, but I can't do that to you.
Anyway, Follow Tailgate Talks Official on Instagram.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube. We really need to get this monetized, please.
Be a great tournament. Hope one of you can beat us.
Please. Yep, that too.
Yeah, actually.
Pay attention to social media for updates on if we change. We'll be in contact with each other. They'll let me know if they change their mind on any picks from once we stop recording to when the tournament actually starts.
And remember,
subscribe.
you need to get McNeese in your Sweet 16.
Word.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And then
Figured I had to get that in real quick.
subscribe to Bro Tailgates. I mean, he doesn't post on his channel barely anymore. Subscribe to Alex Brown Vlogs for the fun of it. Do it.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow everybody.
Follow us on
Instagram,
Twitter,
Twitter, all that fun stuff. Do that. And all right, Mike, future Mike that's editing this right now. Did Landon send in his picks for March Madness? Yay or boo?
Horns down.
So if he didn't, then we'll see you later. If he did, here's Landon's picks. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun tournament.
Let's
gentlemen.
go, baby.
Let's go.
Marquette wins it all. Just saying.
Welcome.
It'll be a great tournament, brother.
A great tournament,
You
brother.
know what? Great brother.
You know what, Alex? Because this is Bryce's first time in the studio, I think you should let him do the pitch toss.
Yeah, I agree.
Where did I throw this thing at? There? There?
Right at that camera, Bryce. You
Remind
got
me.
it. First time in the studio. Nailed it.
What's up, guys? I'm Landon, and I'm sorry I couldn't be on the show. I couldn't make it, but I'm still going to give you guys my picks and my bracket for the 2024 bracket challenge. Shout out to Mikey, Bryce, Alex, DK. Whoever gets second, kudos to you. We all know I'm going to win this year. So let's get started. I'm going to go UConn over Stetson. I think that's a gimme. FAU, I like them. Northwestern, these 8-9 seeds are always going to be tough for me, but I'm going to go Northwestern over FAU. And then UAB, they're starting to get hot. They're starting to get really hot, and San Diego State is not. But I think because of the experience that they have in March Madness and their defense especially, I think San Diego State takes it. Auburn's stupid hot right now. I'm going to take Auburn over Yale. Duquesne, as much as I want to take them, BYU's got it. Going to take Illinois over Morehead State. And then, this is one of my bigger upsets. I'm going to take Drake over Washington State. Drake's super hot right now. Their point guards are very, very tough. And I just don't think Washington State has that depth that Drake does. And then Iowa State, super hot right now again. We'll go to the West now, the West side of the bracket. And then I'm going to take UNC, obviously. And then I'm going to take Michigan. I'm going to go Mississippi State over Michigan State. Sorry, Bryce. And then I'm going to take St. Mary's over Grand Canyon. Alabama over Charleston. New Mexico and Clemson. I was really stumped on this one. I did not know which one to pick. It's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think because of who they played and who they beat and the seniors that they have, their big senior center, I'm going to take Clemson over New Mexico, Baylor over Colgate, Dayton over Nevada. I don't know why they're 7 seed. I thought they would be higher. And then I'm going to go Arizona over Long Beach State. And honestly, whoever comes out of the West, I think is going to win it all just because of how many powerhouses are in there. Let's go over to the Midwest. I don't like taking Purdue here, but I think I have to. And then I'm going to go Utah State. And then Gonzaga and McNeese. This is going to be probably one of the most high-scoring games. Either one could go. But I think I'm going to take Gonzaga. And then I'm going to go Kansas over Samford. And I'm going to take Oregon over South Carolina. They are getting hot at the right time. I don't think anybody's going to stop them pretty soon. And then I'm going to go Creighton over Akron. Akron with a great win. And then Virginia and Colorado State. If Virginia wins, I think they have a great chance against Texas. But if Colorado State wins, I'm going to have Texas going. But either way, I think I'm going to have Texas beating whoever's there. And then I'm going to take Tennessee over St. Peter's. I just don't think they have the team that they did last year for St. Peter's. So I don't think they're going to make that kind of Cinderella run. Now on to the South. I'm going to go Houston over Longwood. Nebraska had a deep run this year in their conference tournament. But those SEC teams that Texas A&M plays, I think I'm going to go Texas A&M. Wisconsin and James Madison, I'm going to go Wisconsin. Duke over Vermont. NC State, I think I'm going to take over Texas Tech. Texas Tech and their defense has always been good in March Madness, but NC State, the way they're playing right now, huge win over North Carolina in the ACC championship game, 5 straight wins in 5 days as a 10 seed. Their big center, nobody can stop him. I think I'm going to go NC State over Texas Tech, and then I'm going to go Kentucky over Oakland. Florida's playing some good ball right now. And then Marquette over Western Kentucky. And you know what, we'll stay in the South right now. So for the round of 32, I'm going to go Houston over Texas A&M, Duke over Wisconsin, Kentucky over NC State. I really think NC State can kind of make a run with the way they're playing right now. But who is it? Robert Dillingham, I think, is Kentucky's point guard. He is going to be a lottery pick in the NBA. Can't really shy away from him. I'm going to go Kentucky over NC State just because of Calipari and his experience in March Madness. And Florida and Marquette. Marquette has had some bad losses this year, especially to UConn. But, I mean, UConn's number 1 in the country, so if Marquette can keep it together, I think they can beat Florida. Now, let's move on to the Midwest region. I don't like Purdue against Utah State. I don't like really Purdue getting past the round of 32. So I'm going to take a big upset and take Utah State over Purdue. And then I'm going to take Kansas over Gonzaga. And then Creighton over Oregon. And then Tennessee and Texas is always a hard matchup. They're both great. I'm going to take Tennessee just because of the way their guards are playing right now. And I don't think Texas has bigs that can compete with Tennessee's. So I'm going to go Tennessee over Texas. Then moving over to the West, North Carolina over Mississippi State. And then I'm actually going to take St. Mary's over Alabama because somehow they always make it to the Sweet 16 or somewhere around there. And then I will go Baylor over Clemson, Arizona over Dayton. And then moving up to the East region, I think UConn sweeps this side of the bracket with ease. They really don't have much competition. So the only real team that they will have problems with, I think, is Iowa State and their defense. But yeah, I'm going to take Auburn over San Diego State. Auburn's playing super hot right now, like I said before. Illinois over BYU, Iowa State over Drake. And then we'll just stay here and go to the Elite Eight. I'm going to go UConn over Auburn, Iowa State over Illinois. Down to the West, taking North Carolina over St. Mary's. And then Arizona over Baylor. I think there's going to be a Caleb Love North Carolina reunion in the Elite Eight. And then moving over to the Midwest, we'll go Creighton over Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee will be able to push through everything down there. Yeah, I just don't think they got it. And then I'm going to take Kansas over Utah State. And then moving up to down to the south, I guess. We're going to take Houston over Duke. Houston has a problem with when making it to those big games, they just kind of fall apart. And Duke, I think they got, one senior, Jeremy Roach, and they got that sophomore center, Filipowski, sophomore point guard, or shooting guard, Jared McCain, Proctor, and then I can't remember who the other one is, but I think Houston will take it just because of how guard heavy they are and how good their guards are. So I'm going to take Houston over Duke, and then I'm going to take Kentucky over Marquette. I think Kentucky's going to make a great run this year with the way they're playing and their guards are playing, especially Dillingham. So staying in the South, I think I'm going to take Kentucky over Houston. And then going over to the East, I'm going to take UConn over Iowa State. And then down to the West, I'm going to take North Carolina over Arizona. North Carolina's experience with Baycott and RJ Davis and Cormac Ryan and Harrison Ingram, who's really become a big star for North Carolina. If they put that together and they keep that experience together, I think they can probably win it all if they can keep it together. And then I'm going to go Kansas over Creighton is what I'm going to do. I don't think Creighton I know Big East teams are really, really good this year, but I just don't think they have it against Kansas. And then Final Four, UConn, North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas. I want to be biased and go North Carolina, but I think UConn is just too tough. And then Kentucky and Kansas, both two historic teams, especially in the Final Four. I'm going to go Kentucky just because I think they're going to be super hot. And then I'm going to take UConn, the Connecticut Huskies, to win the national championship. That's my bracket. Good luck to everyone. Have fun being in second place. See you.